What's good, everybody? So, you want to be a music producer, huh? Do you want to be a music producer, buddy? You wanna make beats? Wanna cook up like Metro Boomin? You wanna Metro Boomin, make it boom?
Metro Boomin, make it boom.
Is that what y'all wanna do? Nah, I'm just playing. Alright, but this is the video I wish someone would have made for me when I first started my music producing career. I've come a long way, and I feel like there's a lot that I've even learned in just the past 6 months that you could apply into your first year making music that could really help you like go far. I'm gonna be going over equipment you need, programs to make beats with, also the mindset you're gonna need when you're making music, and then after all that, how you can actually start making money with your music. Alright, you guys are probably like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Why should we listen to this guy, huh? Why should you listen to me? Alright, I guess I don't really know why you should listen to me, but I guess I'll just tell you a little about myself. Let's travel back to when I was a little boy, like 7 years old. Goddamn. Oh, excuse me. When I was a little boy, I started playing piano to little Mario games. I would hear the music on the video games, and I would just kind of like you know what I'm saying? I learned music to like random Mario games like Luigi's Mansion and the original Mario game. Like I just learned random music from video games that I loved when I was a kid, and that's how I first even started getting into music, was because of like my love for video games, and I loved the music that I heard in the video games. Still, Mario music is so nostalgic to me. And then I got older and started playing more complex stuff. I started playing a lot of Queen songs, and also I grew up with my parents playing worship music all the time. My mom was a singer and my dad played lead guitar, so I've always had instruments around me my whole life. I started picking up a guitar at 13 years old, and that's when I really started like really having a love for music. I learned hella old school songs, bunch of old school metal and hard rock and R&B songs. So before I even got into making beats, I played piano and guitar, and I even started getting into drums too. I really had a love for music before I even ever made beats. But I stumbled across this YouTuber one day, Simon Servita. I still watch him to this day. I figured out there's this program called FL Studio, and you could just make beats at the comfort in your own home. Now, luckily for me, I was a gamer and I had a gaming PC. I already had some knowledge of how music worked. It wasn't that hard for me to get into making beats at first, and I'd always wanted to make music as a kid. When I figured out you could just do it on your computer, like, oh, I went crazy. I first just started making beats for myself. I started rapping over my own beats at first and singing over my own stuff. I just started doing it for myself because I really love music and I wanted to make my own music. I was like, alright, I'm gonna do this. I started making beats every day. My bird is yapping over there. Dang, yapping over there. Dang, dang. He said, ah. Alright, first, you're gonna get a fucking job. Okay, shut up. Hey, stop getting mad. Hey, you're gonna need to get a job, buddy. Get off your ass. Get a job, okay? Music producing, expensive as shit. You need to get a really good PC to even make your music on. The program to make the music. You need to get all the plugins for that program. Instruments, audio interface, headphones. You need to get studio monitors. There's so many things that go into making music. But it's okay, because I'm gonna be giving you guys the producer starter kit for anyone who is just starting music producing, okay? First of all, get a job. I don't care if it's McDonald's. Get a fucking job. Get off your ass. I'm sorry. You need to hear that. I love you. Now that you got some money, buy yourself either a gaming laptop or gaming desktop PC. Luckily for me, I was a gamer. I already had a pretty decent gaming PC, so I was able to download FL Studio and it ran pretty well. You guys might not have that. I am not an expert on gaming laptops. You're gonna have to do your own research on that. Either get a gaming laptop, gaming desktop PC that will run FL Studio. If it can run games well, it can run FL Studio well. Now, the next thing you're want to get is some good studio monitors or studio headphones. But I would say a good pair of headphones, because a lot of you are probably still living with your parents. You don't want to be keeping them bitches up at night at 3 a.m. chugging Red Bull, making 3 beats, 808s, banging on your speakers. These are my headphones, the DT990 Pro 80 OHM. I don't know. I got these on Amazon for like $100 something. They still last pretty good. I will say though, these bitches come apart for some reason. Like the pieces come apart. It's kind of stupid, but like you hear a lot of good frequencies. Right, after that, you're gonna want to get probably a little MIDI keyboard that you can play the keys on, because there's nothing like actually being able to play the melodies in yourself. The human sound of playing the melody in yourself will always sound better than just clicking it in and it's all exact and it just sounds all perfect and robotic. This is the AKM320 USB MIDI keyboard. I've had this for years. This was like the first MIDI keyboard I got, but now I don't use this anymore because now I have the FL Key 61 keys. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. This was built just for FL Studio. Now if your MIDI keyboard didn't come with drum pads, you might want to buy yourself a little MIDI drum pad. Like I said, you want to be like Metro Boomin, make a boom. Now you don't need to do this. You can easily click the drums in with your keyboard and mouse, which I do all the time, but it is really fun to play on the drum pad. Also, yeah, give it that human feeling and give it that human swing. After that, you're gonna want an audio interface. They're like the Focusrite. I have a pretty cheap audio interface, so I've had this for years. This Audient ID4 interface. Now, I've had this interface ever since I started music. Just do your own research. I'm not an expert on equipment. I just get what works for me. I just get what makes the music, makes it sound nice. But honestly, it's not really about the equipment. It's about what you do with it, and most of it is mixing and in the program, to be honest. Not even your equipment. Now, how are we gonna start making beats? What are we gonna use? You're gonna need a DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. I use FL Studio. FL Studio is really good for beginners. It's easy to get started with FL Studio. I just started teaching my friend how to use the FL Studio like a month ago, and he's already getting really good. You could use Ableton. FL Studio is good for like getting started, just making like, you know, regular trap beats, you know, because it's really easy and the workflow is really fast. If you're recording live instruments and you're like looping a lot of stuff back, you're quantizing a lot of stuff, you might want to use Ableton. I'm thinking of switching to Ableton soon. I still use FL Studio. FL Studio works pretty nice for me. You could also use Logic. I know a lot of people that use that. It doesn't matter what you use. If you're a complete beginner, I would say maybe try FL Studio. It's really like beginner friendly in my opinion. I think anyone can get started on FL Studio and start making beats. You're gonna need to get good at making music, okay? You gotta be legit. There are plenty of music producers out there now. There's plenty of competition. If you're gonna wanna stand out in the crowd, you're gonna need to find your own style. I've been producing for like 3-4 years, and I'm only just now starting to find my style, and I still have so much to learn. There's still so much I haven't learned yet. Now, I struggled a lot making beats. I'm gonna be giving you guys the advice that worked for me. The biggest thing when making beats is your mindset. You're gonna need to have a good mindset. You guys are gonna, when you make a beat, you need to actually finish your projects, okay? I used to just not finish them. You know, I would get bored of the beat, and then I just like, I close the project, be like, I'll come back to it later, and then I never touch it again. It gathered dust and cobwebs in some random folder. There's probably so many random beats on my computer still that are unfinished from like years ago. But okay, my best advice, if you actually make a beat and finish it every day, that will make you so much better than if you just make half of a beat, or you make a beat and you just, you know, I'll come back to it. If you can complete and make at least one beat a day, you will become so good. I promise you. One beat a day, after a year, that's 365 beats. After 365 beats, I think that 365th beat is gonna be pretty good if you've been doing it for that long, if you made that many, okay? Now, the best advice I have for you guys is just do it. As a wise man, Shia LaBeouf once said, just do it. Just create, just make music, okay? Stop less watching tutorials, more making music, all right? And don't overthink it, okay? Every beat is gonna have its flaws and the things people like about it, don't like about it. But that's what makes us human. We make mistakes. That's what makes us unique. We all have our own unique qualities. Everybody has their own unique qualities and preferences. Everyone has their own unique opinions. So don't overthink it. Just make music. Just experiment, find what you like. Don't worry about all the other bullshit. That's just it's all distractions, okay? Just make music, more creating, less consuming, all right? Stop watching tutorials and more creating music too. I was stuck where I was watching so many tutorials every day, and I was learning a lot, but I was like, I don't know, I was just kind of scared to make beats because I don't really like what I make. I guess I was always comparing myself to the best producers I saw on YouTube. I needed to get to their level by actually making the beats and not just watching them all day. But like, I will say though, tutorials do help a lot. Tutorials are why I'm as good as I am. Watch my tutorials. I'm gonna be making hella tutorials for you guys. I'm gonna be trying to make a tutorial for every aspect of music. There are some producer YouTubers that I watched, okay? Kavi, this is a really good one. KXVI, he's a really good producer. He makes samples. He has his own website where he sells sound kits and samples. Not sponsored. That's a good source to go for tutorials and if you want to get good sounds too. There's Tryfreeze. He'll show you how to do pretty much everything. He'll show you how to mix and master, how to make your own samples, how to make your own beats, how to make them hit. If you're making beats for someone else, how to mix and master those, make the vocals hit. There's Chambers. I've been watching him for a while. Simon Servita, which I mentioned earlier in this video. I still watch him to this day. He's one of the best music production YouTubers. So much sauce on that man's YouTube channel. Kyle Stenberger, he's funny as fuck. And also London Rain, makes the most unique samples I have ever seen. He's really underrated. He only has like 11,000 subscribers right now. Now you want to make money. Now we're making music. We're good at making music. We're watching the tutorials, right? Let's say you've been making music, let's say 6 months to a year. You got at least like 100 to 200 beats out. You've been making beats every day, right? You've been putting in the hours. Now you think you're good enough to start making money. Now the first thing you're gonna want to do, start up a YouTube channel. Start posting your beats every day. Start posting your beats every day. I don't want to hear it every day. Start posting your beats consistently, either every day or every week, okay? As long as you're posting consistently, you will be fine. And whatever works for your time schedule, all right? I know some of y'all have full-time jobs and you don't have time. Luckily, I started when I was young and I had a lot of time, and I still have a lot of time to put into making beats, so I'm very lucky. Start a type beat channel. Start posting your beats every single day to BeatStars and onto YouTube. Also start an Instagram. Post some content on Instagram. Start posting your beats on there. Post a lot of content on Instagram. Maybe some tutorials, you know, maybe some videos of you making the beats. You know, post on your story whenever you're making a beat. Instagram is where all the business is at. Reaching out to people, networking. Instagram is how you're gonna network with people. It's where you're gonna make all the money. It's where you're gonna meet everybody. I'd say start an email list. You got a good amount of beats out. Start emailing your beats to some artists. Find producers that are linked with your favorite artist. Now, if you make your own melodies, selling samples and sending samples out, that is also one of the best ways to make money, is collab sales and sending your samples out to bigger producers that are bigger than you, that already have the connections. If you send your melody to a producer who already has a connection, you're a part of the beat. You get that 50% cut, and you didn't even need to talk to the rapper. You just needed to send your loop to some producer who's already connected with Drake or Future or anyone, you know. You could sell sound kits like sample packs, drum kits, one-shot kits, MIDI kits. You can start up a website, or you can even just sell on BeatStars. I do this. I actually just came out with this multi-kit, R&B Trap Soul Chronicles multi-kit. It has drum kit, it has sample pack, it has one-shot kit, it has midis, it has everything. Check that out. I think that kit would be really good for people just starting out music producing. All of my BeatStars, alright? All of my BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. If you're good enough at your beats to where you're mixing and mastering your own stuff, you can sell mixing and mastering services to people. And if you have a good mix, people will come back for your sound, because people like a consistent, good sound in their mix. You can make a really good, consistent amount of money doing that. Also, sync licensing. This is when you send your music to, like, you know, big companies, like, and get your music on a TV show or a video game or in a movie, or you hit up certain companies, you email them, they tell you what kind of music they want, you start making music for a company. If you make a sync placement, if you hear your music on in like a TV show or a movie or in a commercial, every time that song is played, you're gonna be making some money off of that. Oh. Anyways, more of the story is, guys, keep making music, keep creating, more creating, less consuming. Reach out to people, collaborate with people, always provide quality, always be nice to the people you're reaching out to. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Yap session is over for today. Join the Discord server, FL Studio tutorials every single week. Join the Discord server, get my new multi-kit, join the Discord server, join the Discord. Join it. Discord. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Bye bye.